Hi, my name is Carol. Today I will be introducing to you the Vanbridge Group Cash Manager portal. The Vanbridge Group Cash Manager website is your all-in-one platform to make your job as a vendor easier and more efficient. Here's what it can do for you. Increase efficiency. Find everything you need in one place to make your work smoother and faster. Communication. Use the built-in chat function to talk instantly with leasing specialists, service team members, and residents. Documentation. Keep your records organized with before and after photos, chat histories, and documentation management. Scheduling. Use the unit schedule function to coordinate tasks and ensure projects are finished on time. We currently do have 3 different functions in our system. The lien waiver functions allows the assigning of lien waivers. The work order function allows real-time tracking of work order status. The unit schedule function supports scheduling, monitoring, and PO processing of tasks. How to log in. For all of our functions, you will initially receive an email notification. By clicking on the provided link, you will be redirected to our Cash Manager portal. The verification code will be auto-filled for you. Simply click on the login button to gain access to our portal. Here are what the notification emails look like. Verification codes will expire within 2 weeks. If you'd like to access our portal anytime, I strongly recommend you to reset your password following the steps below. First, you will click on the button that says Reset Password at the bottom. Next, you will be redirected to this page where you can get code and then put on your new password. Lastly, you will be able to remember your password and then log in with password from now on. Where are our functions? Once you're logged into our portal, you will be redirected to this page right here. A lot of you have questions on this page because you do not see any of our functions. That is because all of them are hidden in the menu bar. To access our menus, you can just use the little 3 dashes on the upper left-hand corner. And then click on the vendor button to open up another menu with all of our functions included. Firstly, let's talk about the work order function. When the resident initiates a work order, our service coordinators will confirm it and assign it to technician or vendor. You will receive an email notification to the email address you previously provided to us. The format of the notification will look like the following. What if you change your email? If you recently changed your email, you can reach out to our service team members and we will get it arranged for you with only one thing that needs to be noted on your side. Past work orders will stay in your old email. So if you have anything pending, they will not be transferred to the new portal. Please be sure to complete those work orders before changing to a new email. Thank you. Log into our portal. After receiving the email, please log into the vendor page using the link provided in the email. You will log in via a notification code just in case it is not automatically selected for you. The verification code will be valid for only 2 weeks, but you can always set up your password at your own convenience. Find your assigned work orders. Following the same steps that I demonstrated earlier on, using the 3 dashes in the upper left corner, click on the vendor menu and then open up the menu bar to select work order function. Accept the work orders. Once you see your work orders, you can click on Agree button to accept the work order. If there is a work order that does not pertain to you, please refuse it if it's not related to your scope of work. After you accept a work order, a message button will pop up, allowing you to enter the chat room to discuss the work order with the person who submitted it. Who is in the chat room? There are 4 different groups of people who are in the chat room. First, we have the leasing specialist or the resident, depending on who submit the work order. Second, we have the service team coordinators. Third, we have the related technicians. And lastly, we have you as the vendors. Please keep in mind that the chat room is visible to our residents, so please avoid the following. First, please do not use inappropriate languages. Second, please do not discuss bills or money-related issues. Third, please avoid disputes. Fourth, please avoid sending blames and fault to any other people in the chat room. Once inside the chat room, you will see a few icons that you can use. First, you have the photo function. By clicking on this icon right here, you will be taken to this page where you will be able to upload photos to the chat room. We kindly ask you to at least take a photo before and after your work order completion so that we can always keep it as a record for future uses. The second function we have in the work order chat room is the appointment function. By clicking on this icon right here, you will be able to schedule an appointment with our residents. Please keep in mind that although we do ask our residents to check their portal every day after they submit a work order, they are not required to do so. In cases when you cannot reach a resident after scheduling an appointment here from this page on our portal, you can always use your regular way, including calling them and emailing them. Just keep in mind that we do ask you to please send the information of the appointment after you schedule them outside of this chat room. The last and most important function we have available in the work order chat room is the repair completion button shown on the screen right here. By clicking on this icon, you will be able to confirm that your work order has been completed, and this will send out a notice to our service coordinators. Our service coordinators will then step in and review the details of this work order before they close the work order. After that, the chat room will automatically close and the resident will receive a survey to rate your service. Next, we have the lien waiver functions. Similar to the work order function, you will receive an email notification when we have a lien waiver that requires your signature. Compared to the work order function, you do not need to open up the menu bar to look for that function. Instead, after you log in, you will be taken to the on-site document will automatically pop up for you after you log in. You can click on the signature button to view the details of the document. Then you will be able to sign by following the instruction on that page. After you have signed your document, you will receive an email notification with a copy of what you have completed. But you can also view everything you signed with us in our Cash Manager portal, simply following these steps. First, clicking on the three dashes again to bring up the menu. Then click on the vendor button to pull up the entire menu, and then click on the signed documents to view your signed copies. Lastly, we have the unit schedule function. Vanbridge Group is set to construct 1,700 homes in 2024, encompassing over 20,000 stages and innumerable tasks. To ensure we meet our objectives effectively and optimize our time management, we have introduced the new WBS unit schedule function for support. Unit schedule function in WBS allows for creation, management, and updating of unit schedules for various projects. This function is vital for planning, tracking, and managing the timeline of construction for development activities within specific units. What are currently available? We currently have 3 different functions available. Each is designed to contribute towards achieving our overarching goal. First, we have the faster function, which is tailored to perform the same work as fast. Second, we have the unit schedule function, which is modeled after view. Lastly, we have the start closing tracker, which is a Lastly, we have the start closing tracker, which includes all the units that we have built in Vanbridge. Similar to all the other 2 functions, you will receive an email notification when construction is about to start for your unit. This email will include the login details, the unit address, the assigned job, and the point of contact. You will follow the same steps as you do for the other other function to log into your portal. Using the 3 dashes on the upper left corner, you will pull up the vendor menu again and then click on unit schedule to see all the tasks assigned to you. Your following action should be to locate the task assigned to you and examine any relevant information. This will help you plan your time more effectively and ensure the successful completion of the task. Following the steps below, you will be able to see the detail of this PO and download it at your own convenience. By clicking on this PDF icon right here, the PO documents will show up on your page. We ask you to please make sure that all information looks reasonable to you before you get your work started. When you complete your work orders, you may click on the number under PO's column and follow the steps below to confirm work order completion. You will click on this number right here to bring up this little chart, and then by checking the marks, the checkbox in front of each line, and then click on confirm, you will send out a notification to our builder and reminding them that it's time for them to finish this task and then push this work PO to the audit function we have in the system. We do actually also have a chat function if you have any questions regarding the task at any moment. You can feel free to use the chat function to get in touch with the responsible builder by clicking on this button right here or this button right here. The chat room feature facilitates more effective communication between you and our team members. This function can be utilized for, but is not limited to, the following purposes. First, to notify us in advance of any unforeseen changes to our schedule. Second, inform us once you've completed your task on time and it's ready for review. We also have two different site functions in the chat room similar to the work order function. First, we have the photo icon, which allows the uploading of photos. Second, we have the setting icons, which enables translation of the current conversation into different languages. Additionally, the chat history is stored for future reference, safeguarding against any potential loss of information. What comes next? When you have confirmed that the task has been completed, we will work on the following to ensure your PO gets paid. First, our builder confirms task completion, and the task is automatically pushed to the audit function for review. Then, our initial approver will be which is either the builder or the project manager, will approve the PO. Next, we have the secondary approver, which is either going to be our project manager, construction director, SVP of construction, or CEO. One of these, the following people must approve the PO before it actually gets pushed to our budgeting team. Next, based on the type of this PO, it will be processed by our budgeting team, and after being posted, the PO will reach the construction payable report to be paid by our accounting team. Based on the steps, we have the following status that you can use to self-track where your PO is at. First, we have the status is processing, which is when the PO reaches first reviewer. Then we have pending approval, which is when the PO reaches the second reviewer, third reviewer, or the fourth reviewer. Third, we have approved, which is when the PO is approved by the last reviewer. And then we have incurred, which is when the PO has been posted, and then we have check caught, which is when the check has been printed. Lastly, we have clear, which is when a check has been deposited. Where you can see the statuses, by clicking on the number under the PO column, you will be taken back to this chart, and by scrolling to the very end, you will be able to see the status column here. Finally, when the PO has says approved, you know that it's time for you to wait for your check to come. And then lastly, we have the last step, which is to receive your check, deposit your check, and just based on the varying payment periods across different vendors, Builders Club will prepare checks every Thursday. If you have any questions, please reach out to our budgeting team for help. Because our system is newly developed and it is an in-house ERP system, we do have a lot of things that's coming up in 2024. First, we're going to develop a work tracking dashboard which enhances real-time tracking of the uncompleted work orders and tasks on our homepage. Second, we will have a function to allow you to download floor plans at your own convenience. Lastly, we have the user access setups, which will allow you to set up and manage your own user accesses from your own dashboard. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this presentation. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to reach out to it@tbdm.com or contact your builders for assistance.